In this video, we will discuss the worst common middle-class money traps to avoid. We've all been caught in these traps at some point, but by understanding how they work, you'll be better prepared to steer clear of them in the future. Finding a balance between income and expenses becomes a complex challenge. The desire for a comfortable lifestyle often collides with the realities of rising costs. A common trap is payday loan. Payday loans is a middle-class money trap designed to help people cover unexpected expenses until their next paycheck. While they can be helpful in an emergency, they come with extremely high interest rates and fees. According to a report by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the average payday loan borrower pays $520 in fees for a $375 loan. This is a money trap that can be difficult to escape from once you're caught in it. Instead of taking out a payday loan, consider other options like borrowing from a friend or family member, selling something you no longer need, or looking into a personal loan from a bank or credit union. Another one is impulse purchases. Impulse purchases is a common middle-class money trap that can lead to overspending, especially if you're using credit cards to make these purchases. According to a survey conducted in 2022, consumers in the United States spend an average of over $300 on impulse purchases each month. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and buy something you don't need but will regret later. To avoid impulse buying, it's important to have a plan before you go shopping. Make a list of the things you need and stick to it. You can also try waiting 24 hours before purchasing to give yourself time to think it over. This will help you determine if the item is something you really need or just a passing desire. If you still want it after a day, then you can consider buying it. By being mindful of your spending habits, you can avoid impulse buying and save money in the long run. Next up, we have subscription services. Subscription services like streaming platforms, meal delivery kits, and even gym memberships is another middle-class money trap if you're not careful. It's easy to sign up for these services and forget about them, but those monthly fees can add up quickly and eat into your budget. According to a survey, people are spending on average $219 on subscription services each month. That's $2,628 each year. Before signing up for a subscription, make sure you'll use it and that it fits within your budget. You should also keep track of all your subscription services and cancel any that you're not using regularly. Remember, every dollar counts when it comes to your finances, so be mindful of where your money is going and make sure you're getting the most value out of your subscriptions. Then we have credit card. Credit card debt is a middle-class money trap that can be a slippery slope, as it can quickly accumulate and become overwhelming. Credit card users between the ages of 18 and 29 have around $2,900 in debt, and it's even worse with higher age group. It's important to be mindful of your spending habits and only use credit cards for necessary expenses, such as emergencies or large purchases that you can pay off in full within a reasonable amount of time. If you do carry a balance, try to pay more than the minimum payment each month to reduce the amount of interest you'll owe. Additionally, consider setting up automatic payments to ensure that you never miss a payment and incur late fees. By being proactive and responsible with your credit card usage, you can avoid falling into the money trap of credit card debt and maintain a healthy financial future. Remember, credit cards can be a useful tool when used responsibly, but they can also be a dangerous money trap if misused. Another one is rent-to-own agreement. Rent-to-own agreement is a middle-class money trap that can be tempting, especially if you need an item immediately and cannot afford to buy it outright. However, it's important to remember that these agreements often come with high interest rates and hidden fees, which can add up quickly. In the end, you could end up paying 2 to 3 times the original price of the item. It's always better to save up for the item over time or consider purchasing a used version that you can afford to buy outright. This way, you'll avoid falling into the rent-to-own money trap and save yourself a significant amount of money in the long run. Finally, having no emergency fund. Not having an emergency fund is a major middle-class money trap, as it can lead to a cycle of debt and financial stress. It's recommended to have 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses saved in your emergency fund to cover your monthly costs if you're out of work. By having an emergency fund set up, you'll have peace of mind knowing that you're prepared for unexpected expenses. It's important to start saving for an emergency fund as soon as possible, even if it means starting small. Over time, you can build up your savings and ensure that you're financially secure in case of an emergency. Remember, having an emergency fund is not just about being financially responsible. It's also about taking care of yourself and your loved ones. In conclusion, avoiding middle-class money traps is all about being mindful of your spending, having a plan, and being prepared for the unexpected. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to achieving your financial goals. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more content on personal finance and investing.